So Paula and I are out here at Sam's Throne in Arkansas. It's a place they do a lot of rock climbing and hiking and stuff. So brought the little teardrop out here, testing it out, playing with it a little bit. And this is kind of what it looks like. Got Paul over here, and may see my little dog over here. You see there's a Volt toilet down here at the end. Several camp spots up here. It's a really nice place. Today is Tuesday, right after Thanksgiving, nice and quiet. Got down to 18 degrees last night. It's going to be cold again tonight. Stayed nice and warm. So anyway, we're fixing to go do some hiking around the base of the mountain, and we'll bring you along. Here's a little bulletin board on it. Sam's Throne, shows you the map. We're at the campsite right here, right now, which is up that way, and I think the throne is down this way. Got rock climbing instructions 101.
Got his name.
Information over here. And the national forest over here. Heading down to the chicken head rappelling area. So it looks like this right here is the rappel and the rock climbing area. Show you kind of what it looks like. I believe over there is Sam's Throne. It's a hiking trail that goes over there. Paula's up there taking pictures. Some of the walls, the sun's kind of blocking it away. Some of the walls that look like that they use to climb, rock climbers. Over here also. So again, this is the chicken head climbing area over here at Sam's Throne. Pretty area. Okay, sun's going down and it's getting cold. It's probably in its, 32 maybe. It's supposed to get in the low 20s tonight, and so we're cooking some hamburgers over here on the little small grill, and we got the little tent I built on the back of this thing. Let's see how it's doing. Oh yeah, that's where everybody's at.
Yeah, snug as a bug.
So we decided to go ahead and just fire the propane heater up instead of the wood stove this time. And man, it's nice in here.
I want to walk the trail.
It's probably I don't know, 65, 70 inside here, something like that. But put my storage containers over here. Doors right here. Dog is right here. And so this is it. It's a small room. It's about a 6.5 by 6.5, but to be honest, it's plenty. Does what you need. So we just left Sam's Throne a while ago, and we are headed over to Ozone. So I thought first we'd stop over here at Hawk Creek Falls and take a look at that. It's over here on the OHT, the Ozark Highlands Trail, crosses it right about there. And, so this is 123 headed that way. Anyway, we're coming up on a one-lane bridge, 123. It's Richland Creek. And I believe Hawk Creek Falls is just right up close around the corner over here. It's Fort Douglas right here that used to be there. It's the Ozark Highland Trailhead, one of them anyway. Hawk Creek Falls used to be a campground right here. Oh, I guess it still is. It still is open. I don't think it was.
Go down there, no.
Pretty area. Falls is just right around the corner over here. Richland Creek Falls. So if you're ever in Arkansas, Richland Creek Falls is a great place to camp out. It's primitive, but it's a great place. So we're at Ozone Campgrounds up in the Ozarks. And we're going to camp here a couple of days and wait for the guys to get here. Doing a little backpacking trip. And Paula's going to stay here with the trailer. So that's slot number 8 over here. I think there's 8 slots. $3 a night. And let me drive around and show you what it looks like. Okay, there's the board right there. Driving to the spot over here in case you want to see what this campsite looks like. Site over here, site number 1. Site number 2. It's like site number 3 is right over here. Pothole. Site number 4. And site number 5. Vault bathrooms, and they're not that great a shape. And this is us over here. It's supposed to snow or rain and snow a little bit, so we decided to throw a bunch of stuff up. That little camouflage thing is just kind of a storage to put some stuff in. But that's our little teardrop with the little room and awning in the front. Site number 6. Site number 7. It's like site number 8. And that is it. Ozone Campgrounds. Just seen a nice little buck. Right there. There he goes.
Here he comes. Across the road. There he is.
And I can't get on him. Dang it. Did he cross already?
Yeah. I'm at the hill.
Okay. So we're kind of following the Mulberry River, the beginning stages of it. And there it is way down there. Great river to float. So we stopped over here at Wolfpan Gap on the Mulberry River, and we're going to take a quick look at it. It's one of the upper places that you can put in to float, and got a pretty good embankment. It's pretty steep right here. And the river looks it's turquoise color. Got some camping grounds down here. But this is the Wolfpan Gap put-in area. Mulberry River. So last night it snowed and sleeted and rained and snowed and sleeted and rained, and it didn't really get but about 31 degrees or something like that, and it didn't really stick. It stuck some. I had a coating of ice and snow on the ground this morning. It's all melted. Most of it's melted by now, but it's been chilly, cold, 30, 34, 33, something like that most of the day, and just the low Mr. Heater does good, but it just wasn't quite getting warm enough in here. Plus, I got a lot of gaps. Also, I'm gonna put some sod cloth on here, on these gaps on the floor, right there on the wall where it connects. I'm gonna seal that where I didn't do that anymore. But anyway, I've added this wood burning stove. I went ahead and just sucked it up, went to cut some wood, and added the wood burning stove. And oh my gosh, huge difference for staying warm. It's probably 80 degrees in here right now. It's nice and warm. You can see my little rat terrier is all conked out. She's enjoying the heat. But yeah, wood burning stove, you just can't beat the heat off of that thing. It's unbelievable. Like I said, it's probably at least 80 degrees in here right now. So, awning doing good on a little teardrop back here. Like I said, on the rain and snow and all that stuff, they did great with the heat in here. It didn't accumulate up here on the ceiling any, so it stayed melted and ran off, and did absolutely great. My other awning on the other side, I had to end up rolling it back up because it's getting too heavy and too much ice on it. So, but other than that, everything's doing great. So we made it back home and seen some changes I needed to do. This camping trip was kind of an experiment with this camper trailer, and plus we did some backpacking. And Paula stayed in the camper, and she had no problems. So this is kind of the things that I found out. I went ahead and sewed 1.5 inch grow grain ribbon on these corners to seal it up, just because there was too much air leakage over there and over here as well. And to help out with the winter time, I put some sod cloth here on the floor, on the ground, all the way around. And that's to help out with the leakage also. You can see that this is sealed up pretty good now. I had to separate that at the top just because of the differences between the two, but it needs a little bit of air in here anyway. Same on this side. It's okay. Of course, there's always a little spot up here where it velcros in. And this over here lays up against the trailer. It'll magnetize down here, but on the trailer itself, I think it's aluminum, so it's not going to magnetize. So I've still got to figure out this, how to kind of keep this closer to the camper trailer. And same over here, goes up to the awning, how to kind of keep it a little bit closer to the camper trailer. I mean, it's okay right now, but it will when it's extremely cold. Leak some cold air. So one of the things that we found out is, and I kind of knew this already, but I didn't know how bad it was going to be. The camper with a propane heater inside, the condensation is just too much with that propane heater. The mattress got wet, the walls are wet, and we did that for 2 nights. And we decided that no, that's not going to work. So we decided to, I went ahead and put the wood burning stove in and had the propane heater going, and it was really too much as far as the heat. I left the door open, so it's kind of like a bedroom, living room area right here, and we had our heads down next to the door, and it was actually too much heat at 28 degrees, so I had to come out and turn the propane heater off and just left the wood burning stove going, and it was actually perfect. And so the next night Paula had it by herself because I went backpacking, and she just used a propane heater, and she said it never sweated, and she stayed perfectly warm. So if you're having if you've got a teardrop and you're wanting to do this, you might want to put some kind of an outside shelter attached to it and put the stove on the outside instead of the inside, if you're using propane, that is. If you're not, I would definitely put a little electric heater in it and run a generator, whatever you want to do. But if you're using propane, it's definitely going to, condensation is going to be bad inside, and you will get your mattress and walls wet. So this is kind of it. Had a great trip. The pictures behind this video is the some of the backpacking pictures on the Ozark Highland Trail in Arkansas, and it's around the Ozone area. So it's actually from west. We started west from Ozone about 20 miles, and we backpacked 10 miles a day, and then ended up in Ozone. So the trip was great. Paula didn't have any problems with the trailer, and so I hope you enjoy it.